I'm Carrie. I'm a multimedia artist based in New York. I'm currently enrolled in the Interactive Telecommunications program at New York University. So I do a lot of interactive installations. I sometimes do video performances and participatory performances as well. I am showing my project, Postcards from Spokane. So I'm using a speech recognition system that is connected to more than 100 postcards from the Spokane Public Library's collection. And I also wrote short stories that people can read. When they read, their voice will be heard by the speech recognition system that would change the images on the screen, which are from the vintage postcards from the library.
My name is Hannah. Here's a couple of postcards that I wrote. What is the opposite of surreal? I dream I move back home and always end up floating. Someone I don't remember asks, didn't we go to high school together? Maybe so. Maybe we knew each other when we were young ghosts. Maybe we floated above Manitou Park and the Christmas lights in the greenhouse sparkled through our translucent body. We felt full of light but stuck inside Spokane. Second one. I never noticed dogs before. Now I notice dogs and teenagers and the woman on Riverside shouting as if I can't see shouting at her son as if I can't see the terror in his face. I notice the echoes of men shouting at no one in particular on the street. Everyone pretends they're not there, but I know I'm home when the winter sads turn to nostalgia because the lights in snowy shop windows downtown remind me of a feeling I could never articulate.
The postcards that I wrote are more of a prompt for people to navigate the vintage postcards from the library's collection. So I try to keep the narrative as vague as possible. The identity of the traveler, which is the person that's supposedly writing the postcard, I wanted to keep it very vague so that anybody can sort of put themselves in this person's role.
Dear Laura, I just realized you might not be seeing the Spokane I see every day, because you're seeing the city through the vintage postcards I've been sending you. In these postcards, Spokane is restored to its past glory, always sunny, beautiful, and full of energy. I wonder if this is how some of the locals always see it. Maybe they have a filter in their eyes that I don't have, or maybe it's the other way around, that I have a filter in mine, making it more difficult for me to appreciate things. I stayed in a hotel room all day today, and I'm dying for a smoke. Yours truly, M.
Well, before I came to Spokane, I didn't know anything about the city. And when I got here, my first impression of the city is that it's full of nostalgia. And I think postcards are perfect for representing the kind of nostalgia Spokane has. Most of the cards are from either the early 20th century or like 60s or 70s. Those are considered to be like the golden ages of Spokane. And all of those postcards look very fancy and kind of idealized. So I think they are very interesting and they can speak for Spokane.
Mm-hmm. Hi, my name is Shantell, and I wrote a poem, so here we go. As a child, I dreamed big dreams. When I became an adult, I would move to a big city, live in a high-rise condo, host fancy dinner parties, and everything I needed would be a walk away. The condo connected to a cute cafe. Well, I became an adult, graduated college, and the big-ish city I chose was Spokane. The dream I had as a kid was feeling kind of fuzzy. Where's the hood? Where's the burbs? What separates rich and poor in this fair city? Most importantly, where are all the black people at? Does this city have a zoo? Is there an aquarium? Where's the nearest Target? I mean, I was a kid from kind of a big city where we had a zoo and aquarium and Targets in every corner of the city. Funny, here I am almost 13 years later, and I consider Spokane my second home. 716, that's Buffalo, for those of y'all who don't know, will always have my heart. I will confess, Spokane has given to me in small ways. The first time I went to Manitou Park, I was reminded of my young dream of being surrounded by nature and beauty. Then I discovered my deep love for the rushing waters of the Spokane River, and every time we meet, it eases all my anxiety. I go to cafes and write poetry or meet friends. For the first 6 years, I rode the bus everywhere, just like a big city. I've been to many cities, and I still protest that the upper left USA has the best sunsets. So, no, I'm not in a high rise, but I do live downtown, just a hop, skip, and a jump from Main Street. I enter my apartment through the alleyway where those in extreme poverty frequent. Most are friendly. I lay in my bed, windows open, listen to the cars, sirens, and nostalgia of my childhood dream. It hits me, and I know I wouldn't have it any other way.
How did you find the city in reality compared to the postcard version?
I don't know. I think the city is very mysterious. I do feel the same feeling when I'm in the city. Like it's the same as looking at those postcards in a way, even though they don't look the same, but they have the same kind of mystery surrounding it. I think a month is not enough for me to figure it out, but I like it.
This poem is by Ellen Welcker. Dear ones, it is me, a bear with wonderful memories, writing to you from sunny Spokane, city of nostalgia for pavilions, city of glory holes in abandoned department stores, near nature, near perfect, much like myself. It is in my nature to be fuzzy. I'm comfortable here, under the bridge, my back to the forest, basking in the blur of the prismatic spray of the falls, overlooking the city, which is to say, the world. Do yourself a favor. Head on up to Manitou Park and find the remnants of my cage. The bars poke out of the rock like stitches on an old wound the skin's closed up around. Up top is where the ghost of an elk eats peaches. Across the road is the owl rookery. What kind of a zoo is this? It is no place like home. Yours, Bear. I'm Karen Mobley, and this is my poem. It's called Bear, Bear. Here on this bench where we took Connie for her last outing in sunshine before she died, I dreamed I was a dragonfly. Here at the Manitou Park pond, I looked for myself. I nap on this bench by the small Spokane bridge. I dream I am in a nostalgia world of small bird, a finch, a rail in the reeds, or a bear, a city bear. In my dream, I call her name, entice her with bacon and food from a picnic. I try to cage my animal, my bear, bear my grief, touch her fuzzy self. I came to this park often to watch the red-winged blackbirds, 3 swans, 6 pelicans, 1 osprey, and the heron standing with his knees and ears listening carefully. Come on, walk slowly, will you? We are never separate from our wounds. We are never separate from our glory.
I spent a lot of time in the library scanning the postcards. That's about half of the time because I scanned 118 postcards. And the other half of the time is dealing with the voice recognition coding. I did run into a couple of programming problems in the way, and I emailed all my classmates back in New York because we have an email list, and a few people help me debug it. So this is actually a collaborative effort. Yeah. I think laboratory is a great place for you to focus on your project, but also if you want to go outside and meet new people, it's a great place too. It's kind of your choice how you want to spend your time. I kind of, for the first week, I basically said yes to like every invitation and went out and met people. But for the following weeks, I sort of just focused on my project, and I think it's a great mixture of experiences.
If people want to follow your work and see more of your work, where can they find you?
They can go to my website. Just Google my name; it'll pop up.
Okay.